So we're going to give an overview of keeping someone in side control and then hopefully getting a couple of submissions off of there, and then also what the bottom person should be doing to get out of this position. There's a bunch of different ways to hold side control, so this is just my preference. One thing is I like to have this arm in my hip nice and killed, and this knee is near his head. And then this hand comes underneath the neck, and my shoulder gets to turn his head that way. Something that happens a lot is people get too excited about the shoulder and they put their weight over the top to control the face, and now it's really easy to roll me over. So we want to avoid that, but we still need that shoulder pressure a little bit. Some people you'll see play side control with both knees on the ground, one near the head and one near the hip. That's a totally legit way to play side control. It's not what I do. I like to take this arm that's stuck in my hip and move it a little bit towards my opponent's head. And this way, this arm is truly killed. And my leg that's near his hip now can sprawl out and put weight down through his chest. I don't go directly down on the chest and try and push my chest on top of it. I put my chest through it, and if you could hear Russell's breathing, you would know the difference. This hand out here, again, we're trying to kill arms to create attacks. This hand comes into a nice underhook, and we gable grip our hands together. Real quick gable grip, put your hands together, have no thumbs like Barbie hands, and put them on top of each other. And now my elbow pulls his rib into me, my chest is smashing through his chest, and my shoulder is pushing his head. This is all making it very hard for him to turn in towards me. And his arm is stuck in a pretty gnarly position. Yeah. What do you want to do?
So I'm going to try and reverse all of that, right? So one key, especially when you're under pressure, is not trying to move too big when you don't have the space for it. So I'm going to use smaller movements. So here I'm walking my feet a little bit, which gives me the angle to get my elbow back in. I can do small bumps that get me part of the way to my arm in where I want it, because I'm trying to build that frame that we talked about in the earlier video. And I can bump again to get more space. And so now I've got a structure, I've got an open door. I can start thinking about coming out and wrestling up.
Yeah. Very quickly, we're going to talk about head and arm control, because when his elbow comes in here, a lot of times to reset this, what I want to do is I'm going to reach down and grab his elbow, and I'm going to switch to sit on my far hip, and that elevates his arm up onto my hip. And when I come back down, I just want to push his elbow with my far hip all the way till I'm back in this starting position. And it's actually worse now than it was before. So I want to gain ground when going back into this position. And again, that's just grabbing the elbow, sitting out, and sitting back down. And now from here, it's much harder for him to start mounting any kind of escapes.